What's up, Liam? Hope you're doing well. Can you hear me? Give me a yes in the chat. If you hear me, I sound good. Let me know. The timer is done. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hey, Liam, can you hear me? Give me a yes in the chat if you can hear me. Awesome. Hope everyone's doing well. We got I'm sure people coming in. We're 15 minutes before the game. Let me just do a quick test right here to make sure this works. Share tab. Let me share entire screen. Share the right screen. We got the game cast. Can't show the game over here, as you shouldn't be able to. So we'll do Gamecast, and I'm right here in the corner. We can talk about it. We'll see it going live. So fantastic. Hope everyone is doing well. We got some news about the Warriors. Let's talk about this really quick. Biggest news of the day, folks. Steph Curry is not playing. Do not worry. The worry is he sprained his finger, the same finger he hurt earlier in the preseason. He's not playing today for precautionary. Steve Kerr said he will be playing, no issues, knock on wood. He'll be playing good to go for the regular season game, first game against Portland. LeBron James is also not playing. Starting lineups come out in a moment. We'll show that for you. The big news of the day, let's go to the Twitter for a second so y'all can see this. Early in the morning, I reported on Moses Moody. Let me share my entire screen. Big news of the day, Shams bomb, not surprising. On Twitter, Shams went on ESPN and said, Kuminga and Warriors are still far apart on contract extensions. I will put a video out after this, diving deeper into it so we can talk about it. Y'all can comment, put your stuff in the chat. Hi, Zoltan. Hi, everybody. Like, subscribe, Warriors Digest. You want all the Warriors news. Biggest news, far apart. And this makes sense, folks. I mean, if you've been following Warriors Digest for quite a while, Kuminga wants a supermax, supposedly. He wants a 5-year, $224 million. He's entering his fourth year. Has he earned that? Probably not. He has not played enough to earn that money. Numbers in the range, but the small sample size. Moody is more of the mid-level exception, 13 to 15 million, much more manageable. I feel like that will get done before Monday. If Kuminga is willing to accept 150 to 175, yes, 150 million to 175 million, crazy amount of money. I think they'll get it done before Monday. Liam, I do not agree with you. You can't assume he's going to do that off the small sample size. I would love to think Kuminga will be 30 minutes a game, 25 points, 4 to 5 threes a game, 8 to 10 rebounds, 3 to 5 assists, but we haven't seen it yet. He's a restricted free agent next offseason, meaning if he proves it this year, we can re-sign him. No other team can sign him without us giving the approval first. So if some team offers him the Supermax next year, we have the opportunity to match it. If we do, he'll stay Warrior. If he's not worth it, we won't. So the Warriors are really in no pressing need to do this now. In addition, with the new CBA, the new first apron, second apron, there's not as much money out there for teams to go spend money on Supermax deals, meaning they're not as inclined to do this right now. So just two things to be aware of, folks. What time does it start? The game starts at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 12 minutes from now. Let's see if they put out the starting lineups yet. If we look at the odds of the game, again, no Steph, no LeBron. Over under 214. I think this will go over. Final game of preseason. Golden State, we're 5-0, folks. The last time we were 5-0, 2022, we won a championship. Before that, 2017, we won a championship. Before that, 2015, we won a championship. So when we win 5 games of preseason, the odds are forever in our favor. How many minutes do I think Moody should get? I think he's earned himself. Can I pull this up, actually? Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to pull up some numbers. Digest media. Let me get this going for you. Usually I use this program called OBS for streaming, but it creates a lag. I don't want to have a lag when we're watching the live game. So I just got to get myself situated here. Give me 1 second. Warriors photos. Let me get this open. Cool. Open this up. Again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you being here. We break down Warriors news on a daily basis and do live streams for games, anything like that, anything around free agency, trades, stats, reports, you name it, we're here for it. So CBA right here. This is the Warriors' salary. If we're looking at the team, the starting five tonight, which is just released on Twitter. Let me pull that. Let me actually pull it up for you. You can see it. Five just released on Twitter. Melton, Wiggins, Kuminga, Green, Jackson-Davis. The only person missing from the starting five, take out Melton, put in Steph. Let me pause this. Steph isn't playing because he is hurt. Again, he hurt his finger. Nothing of crazy concern. Will not be playing today. But if you take out Melton, you put Steph, I think that's your starting five against Portland to start the season. Maybe you move Melton down to 2 and Steph 1, Kuminga 3. Maybe move Melton to 2, Kuminga out. But I think this is what you go with. You put Steph at the 1, 6'4", Wiggins at 6'6", Kuminga at 6'6", 6'7", Green 6'6", 6'7", Jackson-Davis 6'8", 6'9". That is an athletic team. Beyond Steph, you don't have the craziest shooters, but what you do have is people who can switch and play wings. So then when you go back to the team, who would be coming off the bench? Melton, in this situation, will probably come in as your number 2. Brandin Podziemski will be your backup point guard behind Steph. So then you really, if you have Wiggins and Kuminga both starting, then Moody probably comes in as your 3. Your Kyle Anderson is your 4. Looney coming in at 5. Then you also have Buddy Hield, who maybe comes in at 2. You have GP2 who can come in for defense. If you need shooting, you have Lindy Waters III. So there will be players on this team who should play who aren't going to get a lot of minutes. Buddy killed it this preseason. Moody killed it this preseason. If you look at the training camp contracts, Hinson and Rowe will probably go down to the G League team. Knox II will be cut. He cannot go down to G League. He's in his 5th year. You can't be in the G League on a 2-way contract. I highly doubt he will want to do a 2-way contract here. He cannot be on a 2-way contract. So that means he either has to be G League or NBA. Feel like he'll ask the Warriors to cut him to try to make it with another NBA team. Spencer, Beekman, Post will be your 2-way players. People said Post maybe should be on the main roster. Folks, you've watched him this preseason like I have. He's not main roster ready. Coming up and down, sure. He just needs more reps in the NBA. He needs to get his body right. It's nice he's 7 foot, but he's not ready defensively, schematic-wise, to bang every day in the NBA. Put him at 2-way, let him develop, and he'll be more efficient next year. So your starting five, probably to start the season, will be Steph Curry right here. Wiggins at your 2. Then you have Kuminga at 3. Draymond at 4. And Trayce Jackson-Davis at 5. Now, again, it goes back to what we were just talking about beforehand. Let me pull this up. 1 second. If you like this photo, this is a photo from Hawaii. 1 second. Why is this not popping up? There we go. Let me share my screen. Kuminga and Moody. So again, we're just going over this stuff. The game starts in 5 minutes, folks. So we're just kind of biding some time. We look here again. Moody, Kuminga are on restricted contracts entering next year. You see it number 9 and 10. We have the bird rights because we drafted them. If they don't sign by Monday night, that is the deadline for veteran extensions and rookie deal extensions. Then they will become restricted free agents next offseason. I feel like Moody will get 13 to 15 million. Kuminga probably not getting the 224 million. If he's willing to do 150 to 175, I think the Warriors pull that trigger. Reason is, if Kuminga does that, the Warriors will have the ability, because if you look here, you lose Melton $12 million, you lose GP2 $9 million. That is 20. That's $21 million. You lose Waters $2 million. Let's call it $23 million. That is some money for him to be able to, for the Warriors to be able to get somebody else. Again, also know that salary cap goes up, meaning we can get somebody else. So if Kuminga signs for, let's say, 5 years, $150 million, 150 divided by 5 puts you at $30 million a year. Fantastic. And then he would slide in right here as your second biggest player. Maybe you make a trade depending on how this team is going for Wiggins getting out of here if it's not a good deal. But then they would have some space to sign somebody else. Hield is signed for 3 years. Anderson signed for 3 years. So we have a good core. I've liked what we've seen in preseason. Now it's just a matter of this team developing and getting after it. Okay, we're a couple minutes away from game time. No starting lineup yet. Again, folks, unfortunately, if you're looking for me to show the game, I'm not showing the game. I am not getting copyrighted. Not something we do here. So please watch along and we'll talk about it. During the breaks, we'll go over game summary, recap everything that you need to know about the Warriors. I'm just getting the game on my side computer. 1 second. If you have any questions about Warriors, anything like that, if you're watching, say, playoff baseball, anything, wrestling, throw in the chat. Let's have a debate. This should be fun. Happy Friday night. If you're 7 p.m. West Coast, 10:30 East Coast, if you're already on Saturday, respective part of the world, I hope you're having a great day. Where's the game? ESPN2. Okay. Looks like ESPN2, the game's about this. And we got Duke beating Florida State in football. Florida State is getting fired. Who do I think is going to be the leading scorer in Golden State this game? I would not be surprised if it's Moody or Kuminga, especially with the reports that came out today. I think they'll have a bit of a chip on their shoulder, you can say. Do I think Kuminga will average 20 points per game this season? I think so. He averaged basically 19 points, 6, 7 rebounds a game after January last year when he got more playing time when they benched Clay. I've been saying, if you've been watching me, I hate repeating myself, but in case you haven't been watching, I've been saying for the Warriors to be successful, for Kuminga to be an all-star level player to start for this year, he needs to average 25 to 27 points a game. He needs to shoot 40% from 3, 50%-ish from the field if you count, because he gets a bunch of dunks and layups. 6 to 8 rebounds a game and 4 to 5 assists. If he can do that, plus the production we'll get from Hield off the bench, plus Brandin coming off the bench, I think this team will be successful. Expecting Trayce Jackson-Davis and Looney to maybe make 1 to 3 a game because they've been shooting better. Draymond, if he can make 2 to 3 games, 2 to 3 threes a game. What have we seen this offseason, this preseason? Warriors are going to shoot threes. We're averaging basically 45 threes a game in preseason. If we can make half of those, so what's half of 45? Was 22 times 3, 66 points from the 3 line every game. That will be tough for a team to beat. Now, for the Warriors, again, the benchmark is turnovers. If we can get under 15 turnovers a game, which is still crazy high, we'll be successful. If they're not, if they're getting over, then it will be tough for us to beat. Yo, Randy, what do you think about Embiid playing no back-to-backs? I think that's fair. If you look at Clay, when he came back from first the knee, then, of course, the Achilles happened. He did not play back-to-backs. It frustrated him, but it's for the betterment of his longevity in his career and staying fresh the games he played. Embiid is injury-prone. That team will be in the playoffs. East is not that deep. I mean, if we go to, let's do this really quick. Sorry, 1 second. Let's go to the standings. You're not going to let me go back? I apologize. Give me 1 second. Scores. Let's just make sure we got this lined up. If we look at this East last season, Boston, and again, put your stuff in the comments. Boston stayed the same, if not maybe got a slightly bit better, more chemistry this year. Knicks, Cat, definitely got better. Mikal Bridges, that team is going to be a top 2 team. You look at the Bucks, another year under Doc after he came halfway. What's the chemistry with Giannis and Lillard? Are they going to stay healthy? We'll see what happens there, but you think they're going to be better. You think the Cavs another year, more maturity will be better. Magic will definitely be better. Another year of maturity, playoff experience. Pacers, another year of maturity. So good, but I want to say any top-heavy teams. Sixers with Paul George now and Maxey and Embiid. I think even if Embiid's not playing back-to-backs, they have enough firepower to be successful. You also have the Heat probably staying the same. Bulls, we'll see what happens with Levine if he's eventually traded. Lonzo Ball, happy he's back from injury. You hate to see someone out so long with a type of injury. You think they may be a bit better. Hawks, whatever. Brooklyn will be worse. Toronto will be the same. Sorry, Ben. Hornets, terrible. Wizards, terrible. Pistons, terrible. So based off of that, I'm pretty sure that, the game's starting. We got Bob Myers, former GM of Warriors, on the call. Let's fucking go. They don't have this going yet. They're still doing pregame stuff. Don't worry. Not missing anything. And then on the West, let me scroll down. So people have the Warriors at between 43 and 45 wins. I think we'll probably be closer to 48 to 50. Last season, we had 46 wins. That was with Draymond out for basically 20 games due to suspension. OKC got significantly better. Losing Hardenstein for the first 6 weeks of the season will suck, but they have so much depth. They'll be okay with it. They should be a top team again. Nuggets, Jamal Murray looks back to himself after very shaky Olympics for Team Canada and last year. If that team stays together, they'll be up there. Timberwolves, I think they'll still be fine. They have Julius Randle. They have DiVincenzo. Maybe they're not third. Maybe they're now like 5th to 8th, but they'll be in the playoffs again. Clippers, no Paul George. Kawhi Leonard, who knows when he comes back. They are probably like Memphis from 2 years ago. Memphis Grizzlies were a top team in the Western Conference. What happened? Ja Morant got caught with and then he got hurt. They fell down. I expect the Grizzlies to get back up in the standings with Ja there. Zach Edey will be a big help for them. And then Clippers will fall. Mavs, hi Clay, see you in November. I think they'll be around there again. Hopefully they stay healthy with Luka. Phoenix, I think they'll be better. New coach, new chemistry. Lakers will be around the same. Pelicans will be around the same. Yes, they have DeJounte Murray. We'll see how Zion plays. Kings, I think, will be sneaky good. Watching them this offseason, watching this preseason, they're starting 5. Pretty raw. When you have DeRozan, when you have Fox, Sabonis, Keegan Murray, then you have what's his name? Monk coming off the bench. It's a pretty solid bunch of scorers. Expect their top line team to be really good. However, do they have the bench to be able to keep up? Maybe they make a trade. Rockets should be better this year, more experience, more grouping. Jazz will be the same. I already spoke about that. Spurs will be better, probably 30 to 35 wins, but won't be around there. Trailblazers will be very similar. So I think Warriors are probably better than 10th. I think they can get themselves to like 6. Maybe if they really win some close games, or like say they win 80% of 3-4 possession games, I think that they can be in the top 3. And if you guys have been around, I have a whole spreadsheet breaking down every game, win or loss, by month, by week, and everything. So subscribe to Warriors Digest. We're going to do a full comprehensive review again before the season starts, which is 3-4 days from now. Hopefully that gave you some idea. Is this going yet? Game has not started. We're not missing anything. Don't worry. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. How about Moody? How many points per game do you think he'll average this season? It really depends on how much he plays. He's really I think he's earned 20 to 25 minutes a game easily. Should be one of the first 3 people coming off the bench. We'll see if Steve Kerr does it. If he does that, he'll get between 13 to 17 points a game. He's been shooting the threes really well. He's been better at defense. He's been more decisive on offense. Do you think Kuminga is not trying in the preseason and he's going to go crazy in regular season? I don't think so. I think he's always trying. He wants to prove himself. I disagree with that, especially knowing that he has 3 days to potentially get a deal before the season starts. I think he's going hard. Who's going to be 11 and 12 and 13 players on the bench? We know Santos is 14. Great question. Let me share my screen again. Let's get this locked and loaded. And if we look here, Santos is 14. I think Waters will probably be 13. When the Warriors are down, Waters will go in. When they need shooting, Waters will go in. But will he be playing every game? I don't think so. I think in some games, Looney probably doesn't play as much of that hurt as we saw last year. If they need to stay smaller, then they maybe move Draymond to the 5, and they can have a Anderson at the 4, Wiggins at 3, or Kuminga at 3, Wiggins at 2. Maybe they put Kuminga at 4, Draymond at 5, Wiggins at 3. You could put Hield at 2, Curry at 1. Yeah. Moses, this is tough. If you're starting 5, even Payton could be down below. He may just come in for defense. I know Kerr likes him a lot, what he does in connecting the players. Tip-off is in 4 minutes, folks, by the way. They just put on the TV right here. Tip-off in 4 minutes. So we'll get you going. But, yeah, it's a great question. I'm going to go watch the game. I'll be back at the end of the first. Liam, enjoy. You should do a dual screen like I do. Lakers are getting cooked. They're not playing any starters. I agree. They also played last night, so fair enough. Great for us to get reps in and see how the team does. Randy, do you think Kuminga is not trying in preseason? Oh, I already answered that. Randy, Moody or Kuminga? Moody or Kuminga? Who would I pick? I think I would pick Kuminga because his ceiling is significantly higher. Right now, Moody is looking like the better player, but Kuminga just needs more reps. He just needs to get in there and play. I think at the end of the season, Kuminga will have a better season, and it's because Kerr will play him more. A little bit about me, if you've never been the Warriors Digest before. My name is Randy Silver, massive Warriors fan. Currently at the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University. I got 4 months left. It's a 2-year program to be a sports reporter. They teach you on camera, behind camera, so producing, camera work, audio room, directing, teleprompter, and of course, on camera sports reporting, either at a studio desk, standing up in the studio, on site. You can see behind me, I've had a bunch of opportunities to work credentialed events, MLB, MMA, you see PFL right there, NFL games, international soccer matches, Major League Soccer matches, and Major League Soccer, boxing events with Jake Paul, trying to get to the Tyson fight. It would be sick. And other small stuff, high school sports, college sports, things like that. Love doing play-by-play. I've called a lot of soccer, called a lot of basketball, a lot of baseball, a lot of softball, a lot of lacrosse. I played college lacrosse. So I'm a sports guy. If you want to talk sports, anything, hit me up, subscribe. Love talking sports, watching sports. Also, I do a lot with the WWE. So if you're a wrestling fan, go to my personal YouTube channel, Randy Silver TV. I do a lot with NXT. I work NXT events on multiple times a week. I work with wrestlers, create content for them, interview wrestlers. So do a lot. If you're a sports fan and you want to follow somebody early in their sports reporting career, living their dream, appreciate the follow. And happy to help you answer any questions if that's what you want to do with your life. I can try to help you out as well. And hopefully the Warriors will help us go to bed nice today with a W. Fortunately, the game has not started yet. Game should be starting in like 2-3 minutes. My girlfriend says hi to everybody. Hope you're doing well. No play. Supposedly, VP will be playing today too. If you saw the video from a couple days ago, he's got a mask on. He broke his nose, took an elbow from Trayce Jackson-Davis in the last preseason, two preseason games ago. It is a clear mask. It's not the Kobe Dark Knight mask, but he should be able to play. How many points per game do you think Wiggins will be averaging? It's a great question. Actually, I should probably do this really quick. Okay, they're about to do tip-off, by the way, folks. Roster, Andrew Wiggins. Where you at, boy? Lakers starting 5, Quincy Oliver, Bronny James, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes. Yeah, Bronny James. Not the James that you thought would be starting. It's Bronny James. I mean, if we look at Wiggins, he averaged 13 points last season for us. In a Warriors uniform, he's been averaging 17, 18. I think we need him back to 17, 18 for us to be successful. And again, if you look here at the number of rebounds he's getting as well, average 5 rebounds a game, great. If we look at assists, 2 to 3 assists a game is good. But if we can get another 4 to 5 points out of him, again, he missed a lot of games. He wasn't the most healthy. This would be big. All right, they're showing AD in a sweatsuit, LeBron in a sweatsuit. He's also wearing Liverpool Football Club. Games at Chase Center. I think I sent a video. They were going to be at the Cow Palace. I apologize about that. If you look right here, regular season, Warriors, Lakers play 4 times. First game, Christmas Day. Game 2, 125. I think that may be, that's an ABC, so that's probably a Sunday game. And then you got Warriors-Lakers, TNT, Warriors-Lakers, TNT. So they're getting that national treatment as they deserve. If you're a baseball fan, this Yankee Guardians game is also going crazy, by the way. Guardians is not going away. Okay, here we go. I can't actually show the game, so let's talk through this, folks. Tell me what you think. Lakers got the first bucket of the game. If that was your prop bet, congratulations, you won. Lakers fouled to start the game. Wiggins with a haircut, looking fresh. And Wiggins missed the early part of the preseason as well. He was sick with the flu. Missed, I think, the first 3 games. So nice to see him back for the final 3. He's at the line shooting free throws. Interesting. So the recent plays is going quicker than the online stream. What do you know? So, what do you guys think about this? Green, Kuminga, Jackson, Wiggins, Melton. Do you think this was Melton? Excuse me. Do you think this was a good starting lineup, a bad starting lineup? Comment your thoughts and let me know. I'll start poll. Do you like this? Give me your thoughts. Bronny James makes it in the paint. Bronny James made it before the Warriors made an official basket. Sick. TJD missing it down below. Foul on Melton. Not ideal. Maybe I need to refresh. Love to see Kuminga early, baby. 4 points early. Great to see. Again, slashing, making his jump shots, getting to the basket. Nameless, where's Curry? You may have missed the update. He hurt his finger in preseason. Excuse me, he hurt his finger in warmups. It's the same finger he jammed about a week ago. So Curry is being held out of this game, precautionary. They said that he will be starting the regular season game, barring any setbacks, but did not want to push it too early. So Curry is just hurt. I don't know if I see him on the bench right now. A little hard to see. Kuminga, 3 in a row. Slashing, baby. Slashing. Oh, sorry. That was Wiggins on the basket. Nice layup. Warriors up early, 7-4. Kuminga. Draymond, great pass, as always. One of the best passing big men. He does get his flowers, but he's still a little bit underrated, I like to think. That a kid. Wig. Great shot. Great shot. You're welcome. If you have any other questions, folks, put them in the chat. Appreciate. Let's make this a fun. Again, when there's commercial breaks, we'll go over box scores, key plays, what we're seeing here. Hopefully, you can be watching on the side screen. Subscribe to Warriors Digest if you want breakdowns on everything from free agency, trades, rumors, anything of that nature. Oh, they just tried to go for an alley-oop, maybe in the Warriors. Miss. Trayce Jackson-Davis with the ball down below. Fakes the dribble handoff. Draymond back to TJD. Easy layup. Picking the Lakers defense apart, as you should be when you're playing 3/4 of your starters and the Lakers are playing 0 starters. Good defense by the Warriors. Good switching. And they foul. Draymond not happy about that call. Warriors turnover. Nice transition defense to get back, but again, there's too many turnovers. Name of the game is limit the turnovers, folks. It's very frustrating. Kuminga wide open 3. Back rimmed it. Nice defense. Offensive rebound by Trayce Jackson-Davis. Popped it to Wiggins. Wiggins got it. Ooh, double block by the Warriors. Great transition by the Warriors. That's going to be a Lakers timeout probably. Now they're playing through it. Warriors up 16-9. Yeah, here's the timeout. Let's go. Good to see. All right, let's go to this box score to start. Of course, they put the Lakers first. Melton to TJD gets up there. So no bench players have come in. Kuminga starting 3 of 4. Great to see. Misses 1-3, but again, that was an open 3. He's got to make that shot. It's got to be like Clay. Pre last year, Clay. Wiggins, 1 of 1 from 3. He made an open shot, 1 of 2 from the line. Kick himself on that. Everyone's a +7. Again, they're the only ones playing. Only person not scoring on the starting lineup is Green and Melton. Wiggins and Kuminga game high with 6 points. Great to see. Right now, Lakers 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 9 from the field. Everyone has scored for them besides Jay Hood. But if we go to the team stats, again, this is what the concerning is. 1 turnover. It was a careless pass, something we got to worry about. We're shooting 50% from 3. Great if you can continue that. From the field, 75%. Points in the paint, 10. This will also be a big thing. I see a lot of y'all out there talking about this. We need the big men. You almost found Chunis, trade for somebody else potentially. I think they'll do that at the trade deadline if it's needed. They talked about, hey, we want to see what we have. We have a lot of good depth. We have a lot of good wing players. If we need to make a massive change, we'll do around the trade deadline, which I agree with. So we'll see. I think we will lose a lot of game points in the paint, but that's where this 3 points that Kerr wants him to shoot around 53s a game. We'll try to make up for that. And if there's anything in the chat, comment your thoughts about what you're seeing. If there's a question you want to ask about anything like that, we got a lot of stuff to break down. We can break down money, their cap hits, money-wise, bird rights, things of that nature. Anything you want, let me know. We can talk about it. Let's get back to the game cast. I just don't like that my stream is behind. They're coming back from breaks. Just showing a couple of highlights from the Warriors. Draymond kick out the Wiggins for the 3. Kuminga with a couple of layups. Draymond pass to TJD. So Draymond's got a couple assists. I did not call that out. He's got 4 assists already. No points, but 4 assists. Love Draymond as the passing 4. All right, Lakers got the ball. I can do a little play-by-play. Top of court. Jackson Hayes has it. Dribble handoff. Back to Hayes. Good hands by Trayce Jackson-Davis. Getting into the passing lane. That is what we want to see. He's an athletic big man. He's not going to be blocking crazy amount of shots. He still can. But getting in passing lanes and helping block that skip pass is big for the Warriors team. A nice bucket and 1 for the Lakers. Who is that by? Quincy Oliveri. Give him credit. Made a tough basket under the basket. Tough buck. Right into the camera and he smiles. That's pretty cool. Someone's going to meme that. Let's see how the poll's doing. 5 people, 9 votes. Do you like the starting 5? Yes. Love it. Warriors on offense. Wiggins, 3. Rims out. Not a bad shot, though. Created some space for himself. Lakers chasing 4 halfway through the first. Almost got themselves an offensive rebound. Jackson Hayes being active in the paint. And here we go, folks. Masked Podziemski is in the game. Masked Podziemski. They should put his photo right here. They need a photo. Comes in from Melton. Again, Podziemski is probably going to be your backup point guard playing 25 minutes a game. Really likes Kerr said he wants Podziemski in when Steph's not playing. Of course, backup point guard. Can play alongside him if needed. but he also wants Buddy Hield to be the sixth man. That was something big we talked about a couple of videos ago. He really wants Buddy to be that sixth man because he wants that scoring punch. Last year, the Warriors, Chris Paul did a nice job facilitating our second team, but we didn't have that automatic scorer coming off the bench. Buddy Hield, threes, 40%. Lindy Waters proved it can be that guy too, making threes. So having that when Steph's not playing, you probably hear all the time, the non-Steph minutes. Can we win the non-Steph minutes is massive. And with Buddy Hield, you have that chance. If he can make 3 to 5 threes a game, 15, 12 points off the bench for you, great. Lindy Waters, if you need him to come in, 3 to 4 threes a game, another 9 to 12 points off the bench. Great. Brandin Podziemski, 25 minutes a game, 6 to 8 assists. We know he rebounds the ball really well. 6 to 8 rebounds. If he can get double-digit points, fantastic. First team all-rookie last year. Continue to improve on that. No sophomore slump. And what did Podziemski do the most? Well, I'm going to put this in the chat. We'll see if you guys get this right. I'm going to make a chat really quick. What stat did BP lead the league in last year? As a rookie, BP led the league in a stat. What stat was it? Can someone answer that question? Wiggins. Oh, go for the dunk, bro. Good pass off to TJD. Bucket. Warriors up 20 to 12. No question. Warriors in the fast break. Kuminga slows it down a little bit. Not a terrible play. We're about to do wholesale changes as well. TJD, layup, and one. Who's that pass from? Draymond. Sup, Chris? Welcome. What do you miss? You're missing nothing right now. Oops, I should fix this so you guys can see the score. I apologize. Warriors is dominating. Yes, Lakers are not playing any of their starters, but you want to see this when that's not happening, and it's great to see. Draymond's got 5 assists now. Fantastic. Wiggins came out. In came was Hield. Fantastic to see. They haven't updated this yet. I think somebody else came out as well. GP2 came in for Trayce Jackson-Davis. Is that right? No, I lied. GP2 came in for Kuminga. So Wiggins and Kuminga came out. Hield and GP2 came in. So still no Moody yet. Still no Moody. So you have 3 subs in the game. GP2, Podziemski, and Hield with Draymond and Trayce Jackson-Davis. And GP2 with the left-handed layup and one. Okay, bro. Okay, GP. Love to see it. And he gets up smiling too. Now the question is, you're going to take out Draymond. That's probably going to be Kyle Anderson. And then if you take out Trayce Jackson-Davis, that's Looney. So is Moody really 11th, 12th on the bench? Is that what's happening right now? Especially if Steph's not playing. Melton got the start. That means he's even deeper. I agree with that, folks. I don't think you would either. All right, so Anderson and Looney just came in the game. I called it. Anderson and Looney came in the game for Draymond and Trayce Jackson-Davis. And Hield just made a 3. Stackhouse, new assistant coach. Stouts, new assistant coach. Kerr, new assistant coach. All clapping and smiling. 11-0 run for the Warriors. 11-0 run. Let's go. And we're back on the fast break. Hield, BP, layup. That's going to be timeout Lakers. 29-12 lead. This may end early, folks. Woo! Let's go. They just said Kuminga assist. It's not Kuminga. It's Buddy Hield. Jonathan Kuminga foul. The foul is on Brandin Podziemski. Something is up with ESPN. Let me reset this. Oh, they have not updated their subs. Jonathan Kuminga shooting foul. Yeah, they have not updated their things yet. It's not Kuminga. Brandin Podziemski's on the floor. On the floor is BP, GP2, Trayce Jackson-Davis, Hield, and Looney. At the line is a Laker, number 34. I like this team, folks. Oh, now they're putting all the subs in. Here we go. This should update it all. I like this team, folks. I hope Moody and Lindy get some big minutes tonight. I think they'll play a lot in the second half, especially since the Lakers aren't playing their starters. Second half is just going to be a bunch of bench players. But I want Moody in the rotation. He should not be getting mop-up time. Looney's earned rotation minutes, solid rotation minutes. Not because someone's hurt, not because suspension. He deserves solid rotation minutes. Warriors on the transition right now. Buddy, BP, corner three, no one near him, and he makes it. You got to make that consistently, Brandon. He doesn't do it enough. JJ Redick looks a little sweaty. This is big. 16-2-0 run, last 420. Lakers finally get a bucket. Warriors bringing it up. Looney dribble handoff to Hield. Hield dribble ball. Looney free throw shot. He makes it. Looks smooth. Again, folks, Looney, he said himself, and Steve Kerr confirmed it, Looney took around 500 shots a day during the summer. Yes, 500 shots a day. Free throw, extended, some threes, just practicing where he could get the ball. Last year, of course, he got benched for Trayce Jackson-Davis, and he knew to be able to play this season, to play in this league as it evolves with big men, he has to become a better shooter. I love that he recognized that. Early in his career, what did he start doing? Judo, jiu-jitsu. Yes, at 7 foot-ish, like 6'9", 6'8", whatever. You start doing jiu-jitsu just so he could get better body strength to bang with the Jokic, with Gobert, with Cat. Those of the world. So he evolves his game based off what is needed. And Brandon just almost created a turnover. Liam, what up? Why aren't the Lakers playing anyone? They played last night, even though some of their starters didn't play last night. So I assume that's why. Back-to-back, don't want to tire them out this early, even though the season doesn't start for a couple days from now. All right, we're into a commercial break. Let's go back to the box score, folks. More players have come in. Travelers and tours, no worry. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome. 3 players with 8 points. Kuminga, Jackson-Davis, Podziemski. Podziemski's made both of threes. Love to see it. Both were open shots. Draymond Green, top of your screen. 5 assists. Hield, 4 assists. This is amazing because if Hield can give assists, he will get so many more open shots. So many more open shots. Because if he can make the team sag, make the players sag off of him, if he's going to do the quick little pass down below, if he can do the handoff, and they have to sag because they think he'll be a threat giving the assist, he'll get so many open threes on his own versus just having to do a catch and shoot. That's amazing, amazing stat line. Podziemski coming off the bench in 5 minutes is a plus 12, say less. All the starters besides Melton, plus 15. Warriors are dominating this game. And yes, they should be dominating against the second and G League team of the Warriors, of the Lakers, when the Warriors are playing their main roster. But you need to do it. In previous seasons, we've seen them play down to the competition. They're playing today up. I expect to see Post, Knox, all these players. I want to get Moody in the game. He should be playing rotation minutes. If we go to the team stats, we're shooting 63% from the field, 37% from three. It was at 50% last commercial break. That's not going to be normal. It was 1 for 2. So we made 3 threes. Brandon's made 2 of them. Steals, turnovers, 1 turnover. Great. This is what I want to see. Keep it below 15. We win the game. Realistically, below 10. Fouls, both teams committing a lot of fouls already. Points in the paint, 20. And this is going to be our biggest issue again without a big man. But if we can get transition buckets, easy transition buckets, that puts us in the paint. This is where we'll win the game. Easy buckets. Name of the game, Kerr wants. And I agree with that. Still in a commercial break. Anybody got any questions, any comments, anything of that nature? Coming out of commercial right now. They're showing the Bay Bridge. Opening night, Tuesday night, folks. Today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days. Warriors play Wednesday. We're so close. Oh, the Yankees just committed an error. Wow. The Yankees committed an error. Game is tied between Cleveland and the Yankees. In Cleveland. Yankees up 2-1. Y'all saw what happened last night. Judge Stanton home run. Cleveland came back. Bottom 8. Yankees committed an error. Can't feel the pitcher's position. Now it's a tied game, 6-6. As BP makes a layup. Anderson with the assist. GP2 doing full court defense on Bronny. Love to see it. Full court defense. Don't let Bronny get the ball. Liam, who do we play on Tuesday? I'll give us a second to do this. We don't play Tuesday. We play Wednesday. But I'll just show us the Warriors schedule just so you guys can see it. $10:23 Wednesday. First game at Portland. Second game at Utah. First home game, 10:27. 2 Sundays from now. Most likely that will be without Kawhi Leonard. Then we got a nice homestand of 3 in a row, and it's back-to-back against the Pelicans. So realistically, you probably, if this Warriors team wants to do anything, you go 4-1 in your first 5. I think that's very doable. If not 5-0. Bring this back so people can see. This is about to be the end of the first quarter. You can see it is. Warriors have doubled up on the Lakers, up 36-18, end of 1. Hield missed a shot right at the end of the buzzer. Love to see it. Why are we not seeing what we want? There we go. That's because, wait, what? Why are we not showing? That's weird. Why are we doing this, ESPN? Where did everyone's stats go? Wow, ESPN's freaking out. All right, let's do this while we got a moment. Give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Let's pull this up since we got a break. Again, I'm going to do this again later. Probably in a couple days we can do this together. But for those of y'all who haven't seen this before, I want to show you something. Is it called Warriors schedule? Okay, let me pop this up. So when the Warriors schedule came out, we had a live stream. We had like 200 people on. It was sick. I broke down each game, home and away. So if you see green, call that a W. If you see red, I call that a loss. So Liam, you're right, and I just said it again. Still agree with it. Had us going 4-1 in our first 5. Playing the same team back to back, a little bit tough. So I think we start 4-1 in October, 2-1 at home, 2-0 on the road. Then the schedule gets a bit harder. We go 8-6 in November, still doing very well at home, under 500 on the road in November. December, 7-4. So that puts you overall at 19-11. Pretty good record. 8 over 500 going into January. Then we have a big homestand. 5 games at home and 6 games at home in January. I think we can pull away here. And again, the trade deadline is coming, so maybe something's happening there. 10-6 in January. So still, that puts you 17. I should have done this. What this makes you out to be. I apologize. 17, 25, 29, and 11, 29 and 17, 12 over. February, 7 straight away. Tough sledding. Have you 1 under there? This could be worse. I was very generous in some of these games when you look here who we're playing based off the teams. Not the craziest, but being a bit generous. Then March, I think we hit a stride, 10-5. We don't have the hardest schedule and end 5-3. So I gave this at 49-31. There's 2 games missing. Again, it's the 82 game season. This has you at 80 because with the NBA in-season tournament called the NBA Cup, you could play an additional game for the semifinals or finals. We don't know yet, depending on your schedule. And the teams that don't make it that far will have 2 more games scheduled. So everyone will play 82 games. So based off the games we know that we have, I have the Warriors at 49-31. Say they won one of those final 2 games, 50-32. So Liam, I got you right there. Warriors win 50 plus. If we stay healthy, Steph Curry's on the court, all the players stay relatively healthy, I think this is very doable. 49-31. Again, last year Warriors won 45. Could have won 50 last year if Dre stayed healthy. They're talking to JJ Redick. Game is back in. I don't know what happened to this game cast. Now it's saying we're at halftime. No, it's saying second quarter. Warriors had 14 assists in that first quarter. Lakers had 2. Love to see it. That's old school Warriors ball. Let's go. Warriors just got another bucket to start the quarter. Dude, why is this not working? Dude, ESPN is so crap. Dude, why is this not working? NBA game cast. Warriors, Lakers. Lakers just missed a 3. I'm trying to get this for you guys. Sorry. This is not what I wanted. Wow, this is frustrating, ESPN. Why can't you just work? How's this not working? Why is that Gamecast not working? Ay, caramba. If you want to see the play-by-play, this doesn't show the score, though. Not ideal. Warriors up 40-18. There we go. Finally. Thank you, ESPN. Warriors up 40-20. Up double. 20 points. Let's go. On the court, you got Looney, Anderson. Let's say it's Melton, Hield, and Moody. Moody, corner, 3, drives to the basket, gets cut off, finds Hield with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Hield's got put up, gives it to Melton, 2.5. And he drains a deep 3. Let's go, Melton. Let's go. Giving Hield another assist. Hield finds Moody, 3. Oh, he missed it. Great. He tried, though. He tried. I'll move this down so I can sit back and relax. Jackson Hayes misses his bucket for the Lakers. Warriors on the transition. 3-on-3. Corner. Hield. Deke. Yes. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Oh, what a bummer. He got his defender up in the air. Made the 3 in the corner, but stepped out of bounds on the sideline. Good defense by Looney in the paint. Anderson to Hield. Hield drives the bucket. Layup. Yup. 24-point lead. Warriors got 47 points with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. They could hit 70 easily. Lakers are at the line. They're talking about Moody right now. They have a spotlight camera on him. Like Anderson's coming out for Draymond. So again, I think that's going to be your rotation. Draymond comes out, Anderson comes in. Anderson goes out, Draymond comes in. Or Draymond potentially keep Anderson in. Draymond goes in for Looney or Trayce Jackson-Davis and plays 5. Kerr said he doesn't want Draymond playing a lot of center. He's not built for that. I agree with that. Liam, Clay has been so bad for the Mavs. It's a continuation of how he looked at the end of last season. Clay's just a really streaky scorer right now. He's been really streaky his whole career, but he had athleticism to kind of overcome it. Now it's really like if he doesn't make his jump shot, he's not making his shots. It's tough to see. I think I saw some stat that he's 19 away from 2,500 threes in his career. Hopefully he can play long enough. If he can get, say, 150 threes, I mean, he'll have to play another 3 or 4 years to hit 3,000. I feel like that's a benchmark he really wants is 3,000 threes. James Harden is going to hit that in probably the first 5 games of this season, become the second player ever with 3,000 threes. Who's the first player? That guy right there. Wrong side. That guy right there, Steph Curry. Curry will probably hit 4,000 threes. How many threes does Curry have in his career? That's a good question. Curry, career threes. 30. He is 253 away. Curry has a chance to hit 4,000 threes this season. Liam, thank you. He has a chance. 254 threes is something doable for him. If he stays healthy, 82-game season, 253 divided by 82, averaging 3 threes a game. I think he can do that. Let's look up Curry's stats really quick. Let's go to Curry roster. Where's Steph Curry? How many threes is he averaging a game? We know it's way over 3. 3 points. The last time he's averaged below 3 threes a game was basically 2014. So odds are if he's healthy, he will be hitting the benchmark of 4,000 threes this season. So if he's averaging, let's say he averages 3 a game, he's 253 away. 253 divided by 3, 84. So probably the last 10 games of the season, you think he probably gets it. Liam, he averaged 4.8 last season. So let's just say 5 times, let's say 253 divided by 5. That's 50 games into the season. That's like April time. Excuse me, April. That's like February. That's around the All-Star break. And where's the All-Star break this year? Golden. I was going to say Golden One Center in Sacramento. That is wrong. It is at Chase Center in San Francisco. Chase Center, San Francisco, All-Star game. You know Steph Curry, you know Draymond will be there, and they will be having a great time being the host of the event. Will Draymond make it as a All-Star? Probably not. I would love to think so because it's great for the Warriors. It means the season's going well. But you know he'll be there in some capacity as a player host. Or he'll be working for TNT like he always does. Steph is getting All-Star MVP. I would love that. By the way, they're in a commercial break, so we're not missing anything. We can do a box score again really quickly. Again, if you like Warriors news, subscribe to Warriors Digest. Randy Silver here. We do this for you all the time. We'll definitely do one of these for first game of the season, folks. First game of the season. We're going to be doing this. And then if you want news daily on Warriors, players, team news, breaking down stats, rumors, free agency trades, you name it, we got it. I got it. So pretty much everyone's gotten the game you would think. Again, as I mentioned, Waters is back of your team. He comes in when you need a scoring punch. Same with Santos. Moody is looking like he's that 11th, 12th man off the bench, which I'm not the most happy with. Hield, 4 assists right here. Plus 15. All Warriors are in the plus, which is fantastic. Look at threes. Hield's made only 1 of 4. Usually he has a better night than that. Nobody's in double-digit scoring yet. Draymond, 5 assists, great to see. Warriors have 16 assists to the Lakers 3. It's pure teamwork domination. Again, the Lakers aren't playing any other starters. James, Reeves, Russell, AD, they're not playing. So it's just basically these youngsters in there, and you should be doing this against the youngster team. So it's great to see it. Don't play down to your competition. LeBron James did do a crazy workout pregame. They're showing it right now, just not playing in this game. What does Kuminga have? That's a great question. Sorry, I should show that. Kuminga's at 7 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds. How long have I been a Warriors fan? Since 2011, I would say. 2011. So I definitely got a little bit lucky. The team came good. Transparently, I believe in honesty. I don't believe in lying. I grew up in Orange County, Southern California. Grew up about 45 minutes south of LA. And what do you have in LA? You have Clippers game and Laker game. So I grew up watching the Lakers all the time. Grew up a massive Kobe fan. Got to see a lot of championships in those 2000s. And then I went to, they almost did an alley-oop, the Lakers did. Then I went to UC Santa Cruz for college, which is about an hour south of San Francisco, over the hill. Highway 17, if you know it. It's very dangerous. And at that point, all the Warriors games were on. The G League team, Santa Cruz Warriors in Santa Cruz, went to their games and fell in love with the Warriors. After that, I lived in San Francisco from 2015 to 2020. When COVID happened, I moved down to San Diego and still was a Warriors fan. Went to a bunch of games when I lived in San Francisco. Had a lot of fun. Saw Warriors players out every now and then. And now I'm in sportscasting school, hopefully with the goal of reporting on the Warriors full time. So if you have any questions about San Francisco, Bay Area, Santa Cruz, California, sports reporting, anything, I'm happy to answer any and all. This is a blowout game as Kuminga and Brandin come in. Melton comes out, and I'm not sure who's coming out. Curry's on the bench in sweatsuit, in his Curry brand sweatsuit. Liam, I've been a Warriors fan for 3 years. Welcome to the party. I became a fan in 2008, watch every game, then watch us draft Steph. The rest was history. Love it, Chris. What made you become a Warriors fan in 2008? I do remember the We Believe Warriors when they beat the Mavericks, and then they beat Utah. Baron Davis with the crazy dunk. Whew. By going to UC Santa Cruz and living in the Bay, I grew a lot of my best friends, a lot of my good friends are all Bay Area fans, Raiders. Obviously, they're in Vegas now. Niners, Giants, A's leaving. But the thing with the Bay, there's one hockey team, San Jose Sharks. The hockey isn't the most popular. There's one basketball team, Golden State Warriors. So no matter if your allegiance is baseball for the A's or the Niners, A's or the Giants, or for football, the Raiders or the Niners, everyone's a Warriors fan, which is cool. Unlike LA, where you got two teams. Warriors still up 25. Bronny James with the rebound. Quincy guy's got a nice shot. I'll give him that. He's looked good, earning himself some playing time potentially in the G League, maybe backup point guard. So on the floor, we got Kuminga, Draymond, Trayce Jackson-Davis, BP, and Wiggins. A very much potential in Kuminga with the fadeaway baseline. This very much could be a rotation with Steph out, BP at your point guard, Wiggins, Kuminga at 2-3, Trayce Jackson-Davis, and Draymond. So the only difference from the starting lineup, Melton is not in. You got BP. So he's testing this out now. I love to see it. Love to see it. Name one player worse than Bronny. I mean, I could name quite a bit. Did he deserve to be drafted? Debatable. Does he deserve to have a 4-year guaranteed contract? No. But he's not a terrible player. He's a G League player at this point. He played 1 year in college. And he's overcoming the heart issue. And thank God he's healthy, for sure. Like, you don't want anyone sick and hurt. But he's 19. He's 6'2". He's not NBA-ready body like LeBron. And he got a skin and cod. Liam, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what that means. I don't really play video games. So if you can tell me what a skin and cod means, I would appreciate it. I became a Warriors fan by watching the Bulls with my best friend. He was a D-Rose fan. Damn, D-Rose back in the day, his rookie year was sensational. When I seen Steph play that day in 2012, I knew he would be special. I told everyone I got made fun of. Hey, you were right. BR and shh. Congratulations. I love it. I became a Warriors fan in 2014. Okay, yo. Stop spamming our chat. Can I kick you out? Put user in timeout. Good. We don't need spamming people in this chat. I became a fan when my friends showed me a video of Curry lighting up the Garden in my freshman year. I didn't like him at first and thought it was just lucky. Well, I'm glad you grew into the fandom. What year was your freshman year? Because he's lit up the Garden quite a bit. Obviously, he broke the three-point record in the Garden in front of Reggie Miller as well. By the way, Warriors up 61-35. Kuminga with the ball. Near side baseline. Going to work. I think he's on Bronny. Backing Bronny in. Uses the rim as an over-under. Easy. Easy. Easy money. 2013. Yeah, that's when the Warriors started going. Mark Jackson, baby. Do you think Steph is top 10 and maybe top 5? Are you talking about player for this year, or are you talking about all time? Well, and what's the time frame of the ranking? GP2 almost getting the offense rebound. All time? I think Steph is on the cusp of top. He's definitely top 10 because of the way he changed the game. He made the game a three-point shooting. If you look at, he's going to go down with an all-time three-point record that nobody will be able to touch. He's a multiple-time MVP. He is the only unanimous MVP. 4-time NBA champion, NBA Finals, gold medal, All-Stars, All-NBA team, you name it. The only real award he hasn't won is an All-Defensive team or Defensive Player of the Year. I think he is top all-time. I think he's top 10. Probably like in the 5 through 7 range. I think you got to go in no order, your top 5. MJ, for me personally, no order, top 5. MJ, Kobe, Wilt, LeBron. See, that's where it's tough. You could say Kareem. But I'm trying to like go by positions. See, I was thinking Duncan too, or Shaq, or Bird. See, I hate saying all time. I'd rather go by decade because the NBA's changed. Like you look at baseball, besides for the steroid era, baseball really hasn't changed. So if you go by decade, it's a lot better. So like if you ask who are the top 5 players in the 2010s, you got Steph, LeBron, KD, Kobe didn't play enough in the 2010s. He didn't win anything at that point. So that's where it's tough because when people maybe did like 5 years, you could maybe say Giannis in the back half. Dirk really wasn't doing anything in 2010s. Kawhi maybe. Chris Paul. Harden. Westbrook, yeah, but Harden, but they didn't win championships. That's the hard thing. Westbrook had 3 triple years with averaging a triple-double. Like, that's crazy. Then if you look at the top 10 for the 2000s, then you got to go Kobe, Shaq, Duncan. Then, I mean, if you look at Dirk and Ginobili, I don't think Paul Pierce is in it. I mean, if you're going to go Dirk, you probably can't go Kevin Garnett because they play the same position. And you got Shaq there. That's tough. You look at the 90s, MJ. Maybe you go Shaq again because of what he did in the back half of the 90s. Isaiah Thomas, but he didn't play enough in the 90s. Robinson, maybe. So this is where I'm getting a little bit out of my age bracket. Brian Scalabrine. Yes, sir. What about, by the way, Warriors are up. Bronny James just made a 3. Warriors are up 25. I mean, yeah, you can see it right there. Vaughn, I agree with you there. Bron, Curry, Kawhi, and KD. Maybe you go Clay. Because you have Curry at 1. You put Clay at 2. And you can have Kawhi at 3. Bron at 4. KD at 5. You're a little bit of size issue, but that team's going to outrun and outscore everybody. Clay got 4. Maybe you do Draymond. I mean, Draymond got 4 rings, so did Clay. Duncan, he was pretty much done by mid-2010s. He was hurt. He wasn't putting up the same numbers. In the 2000s, Duncan's in that list. Kawhi really carried that team like when they won in 2013. Was that the year? But also Kawhi won 2 titles in the 2010s. Duncan won 1. Yankees hang on to beat Cleveland 8-6. Go up 3-1 in the best of 7. Dodgers up 3-1 on the Mets. Sorry, 3-2 on the Mets. Are we going to get a New York versus LA World Series? '90s is MJ, Hakeem, Carl, Stockton. I don't know the 4-5. What about Robinson? Okay, then what about 80s? 80s, you got to go Magic, Bird, Kareem. There's 3 of your 5. And probably another 2 players on the Celtics. By the way, we're about to go into halftime, so we'll do a full summary and stat recap. Brownie just made a nice little running floater. Warriors go up halftime 66-40, folks. Okay, let's do this box score. Actually, we'll do team stats then box score. Warriors at halftime. 48 shots to the Lakers 43. We made double them, 28-14, shooting 59% from the field, 27% from 3. Lakers are actually shooting better from 3, but we both made the same amount of 3s, 5. First preseason game, Lindy Waters game winner. Woo! Also, Warriors made 28 threes in the game. So a little bit below that. Also, they don't need to shoot a bunch of threes here because they're playing so well. Transition, get to the paint. This Lakers defense is pretty bad. We look at the number of assists, 21-6. Middle of your screen, folks, 21-6, which is just extremely impressive. Again, we're playing a second-rate Lakers team. We should be doing this against a second-rate team. 5 blocks, nice to see. Turnovers, 5-9. Points off turnovers, 10-10. Fast break points, 9. And this is something Steve Kerr is harping. Let's get easy points, and that's what the Warriors are doing right here. Now, the biggest stat, points in the paint, 40-14. Look me in the eyes. Folks, this is not normal. 40-14 points in the paint, Warriors advantage. This is not because we have a dominant big man. This is not because we're just feeding somebody in the post. This is transition, fast break points. This is poor defense where we're getting to the basket, easy layups. This is not normal. This is great to see. But again, you have to know the competition that we're playing. Largest lead, 28 points. Not a bad lead. Look at the individual stats. Come on, scroll down. A couple players now in double digits. Kuminga, Jackson, Wiggins, 12, 12, 11 respectively. Draymond with 2, but 5 assists. 4 of those came early in the first quarter. Playing good defense. Everyone's in the plus-minus margin, as you would expect. Anything else pop out? Hield, how many assists does he have? Hield's got 4 assists. Great to see. So does Melton. Again, he started at point guard because Steph Curry is hurt. He jammed his finger, sprained his finger again in preseason. In warm-ups. Same finger he hurt during preseason. So they held him out. Be safe. Should be ready to go for Wednesday. Regular season opener. Kuminga with a block. Sorry, Trayce Jackson-Davis 3 blocks. Draymond with 1. Looney got 2. Good to see. Wiggins 2 of 4 from 3. Kuminga, he's got to make those threes. If he really wants to play a lot, especially if Wiggins is 2 and he's at 3, he's got to make those threes. Hield 1 of 4. Again, Moody got in later in that first half. Feel like he needs to play more. 8 minutes is low. Waters not in. Santos not in. That's the back of your bench. Expect in the second half the rest of these players to get in the game most likely. What's the stat for Wiggins? Wiggins is right here, 15 minutes, 4 of 8 shooting, 4 rebounds, 11 points. We look here at the game flow. This is my favorite stat to see. To see the Warriors pulling away. Keep growing this out. Win probability, pretty much as close to 100% as you can get. If you want to be 100% all in on the Warriors this season and seasons moving forward, subscribe to Warriors Digest so you don't miss anything daily. We break down the Warriors news, rumors, signings, free agency, trades, pregame, postgame, everything you need to know. Videos go out daily, keeping you up to date on the biggest Warriors news and news you may not know. Okay, we got some game highlights. Let's see if we can pop something on really quickly. No videos available. Nope. Let's pop what Twitter says. Give me a second. Nothing to see here. Sick, bro. Before the game, Steph Curry was honored with the Clutch Player of the Year last year. Another award on a mantle. You may be able to put it next to his gold medal. Hey. Again, Warriors killing it up 26.5. Starting 5, if you were a bit late, Melton started over Curry because he jammed his finger in pregame, but he should be good to go for regular season. Here's the man walking in for business. Everyone watches women's sports. Love to see the support. Bronny James at halftime against the Warriors. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Not terrible. Not terrible. A couple of stats to see. Nice little dunk. JK getting to the rim. Let's see latest. Boom. It's the same play right there. Good block. Clutch player of the year again. So basically seeing here, Warriors are playing very well. They're playing up to the competition, not playing down, which has been an issue at times. This is getting hot. Okay. Still looking good. I'm going to grab a quick bar. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm glad Jackson-Davis has played a lot. I agree. He's going to be your starting center. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Got myself a cutie. So yeah, you guys have any questions? I mean, we got some time. It's halftime. Whatever the stats. I mean, Warriors are winning. At this pace, if nothing changes, nothing crazy happens, Warriors will go 6-0 in preseason, the perfect preseason. Love to see it. Great momentum. I talked about this in the video 2 days ago about the open practice. The team chemistry is just off the charts right now. I mean, the Warriors just look like they're loving life playing together. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, whatever it was, with the whole Jordan Poole situation, Draymond, first basically day of off season, maybe a couple days into preseason, whatever it was, punched Jordan Poole, and the whole season was lost. The team chemistry was terrible. They barely talked, and you could feel it. It impacted the team. And that's one of the reasons why they had to trade Jordan Poole. So now, when you bring all these new players, it's basically a new batch of players besides Moody, Kuminga, Wiggins, and Steph. Feels like there's chemistry, and they're loving playing with each other. It's great to see. Like when you go to work, in your daily life, whatever it is, you go to school, you have to be around somebody you don't like, or just there are two people who don't like each other. It's just awkward. Like everybody feels that. Is anybody watching the WNBA finals, by the way? About to go to a game 5. Been very thrilling, very fun. We got WNBA finals, baseball playoffs, basketball is coming back, hockey is back, NFL is in the swing of things. Great time of year. Great time of year. I'm a big European football fan. We got Champions League this week. EPL, La Liga back this weekend. U.S. soccer, let's go. We got Pochettino as the manager. Mexico game was shit. Panama game was better. Yes, missing a lot of players. And it's one time with the team. You can't expect a lot. Carlos Cruz, how's the game going? Welcome. Well, the Warriors are killing, destroying. They're up 26 at halftime. Just having a little snack break. I can pop it back up for y'all. Here we go. Well, bam. Here we go. Carlos, great to see the Warriors are up. How'd this happen? I mean, it's great to see this up. Long story short, the Lakers aren't playing their starters. I can give you the box score so you can see it. None of the Warriors. Steph's not playing. He jammed his finger again. But it's a good team. Good team win right now, or good team game. A lot of assists, a lot of transition buckets. Kuminga leading the team with 14 points. But the Lakers aren't playing AD, Reeves, LeBron, any of their players. They're coming back out right now. The game should be starting in like 3 or 4 minutes. So we're beating basically the second team Lakers plus all the G League players, which is what we should be doing. Expect nothing less. If we weren't, it would be more alarming. Yeah, they're coming back from break right now. They're showing some Warrior highlights. All right, we're back, folks. Game is back on. The starting five is Melton, Wiggins, Trayce Jackson-Davis, Kuminga, and Moody. So no Draymond, who started the game. So this means that Draymond's probably out. Again, older man. He ain't as young as he used to be. Played a half, did really well. Give these youngsters a chance to play the final half of preseason. It's good to see Moody getting this time. So this maybe makes sense. Why Moody didn't come into the game so early in the first half. They knew that he would be playing a lot in the second half with Draymond not playing. So it's great to see him getting those minutes, starting for the second half. Again, Warriors up 28. Kuminga with the bucket. Melton off the screen by TJD. Good pass to Wiggins. Kuminga, contested three, and he makes it. Yes. That is what we need to see. A contested three made by Kuminga. Rose over the defender and swooshed it. Carlos, what do you think about Waiters? I think he has a smooth shot. You probably mean Waters. I think Lindy Waters is great. There's just so much depth on this team. He's not going to play a lot unless he's needed. He's good size. He's like 6'6", I want to say. Can shoot the ball really well. We've seen that in this preseason. So when the Warriors need a scoring punch, they're going to go to Buddy. If Buddy's not doing it, then you probably go to Lindy. If you need a lot of scoring punch, you bring them both in. But he's probably more someone you have on the bench who is a safety net than someone who will be getting a lot of minutes. And we see that by him really not getting in the game in these preseasons until the second half. He could, I would hate to do it, but he could become a bargaining chip for a trade. Because again, just quickly, if you look at this, if you look at his contract, $2.1 million contract, pretty easy. So if the Warriors are looking to potentially make a trade to get a big man at the deadline, they need to pool some salary together to make it happen because we're capped at the first apron. Waters could be a sacrifice. Bronny leading the break for the Lakers. Up and under. Nice job. Finished in traffic. Probably gives them 8 points now. 11 points. Double digits. Moody open three corner near side. Front iron. But Wiggins got the rebound, was fouled on the rebound under the basket. Give Broddy credit. The one thing he's always been able to do, you've seen in his highlights in high school, college. Good leading the transition and can finish at the rim. Wiggins just got fouled going to the basket. Foul on BJJ. Let me ask you this question. Do you wish you were the same name as your mom or dad? Like, my name is Randy Silver. My dad's name is Dana. So what if I was Dana Silver II or Dana Silver Jr.? You really don't see it in women. You don't really see like Rachel Michelle II. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I know any women who are second or third. If you do, comment your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. But like LeBron talked about, he wishes he didn't name his son Bronny because he has the same name as LeBron and has to carry the name weight and that legacy. Now, all of us, of course, don't have a parent who is one of the best generational athletes of all time. Fair enough. But still, would you have been honored or wanted to carry the weight of having the same name as your adult, as your parent? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Moody contested three, in and out. Not going down today, but he's making the right shot. Good form, in and out, so I'll take it. Oh, 2 Warriors blocked at the same time. Carlos, that's why I felt bad for Jordan's kids. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. And they never really did anything athletic-wise, which if I'm correct. Moody with the strip. Wiggins leading the break. Gives it back to Moody. Gets off the 3 line and goes to the basket for a dunk. Great. Love that from Moody. Quick decision. My 3s aren't going in. I'm just going to fake the 3, put my head down and get to the basket and get a dunk. Easy layup dunk. And that will help me see the ball go through the net and maybe make a 3. Love it. Balling, they didn't get too far. But in terms of, I don't know how to say it. One of the Jordans won with Pippen's wife. We'll put it that way. Or ex-wife. Ex-wife. Naming your kid after somebody is a disrespect to the kid. Explain yourself. I always talk about not naming your kid after somebody, naming your kid after yourself. So, like, if your name is William Blake, naming your kid William Blake II. I would not expect you to call your kid Randy Silver Blake. Okay. Lakers cut the lead to 21, only 21. Steve Kerr calling a timeout, not liking what he's seeing. So we're in a commercial. Let me blow this up for a second. You can see here, cutting a little bit, lead here was 26. Am I right? 20. No. 27. And now they cut it a little bit. Win percentage is still 98%. It was at 99% at one point. Nothing crazy has happened to redo the box score. Give this guy all the very credit, though. 22 points, 8 of 12 shooting, 5 made threes. 5 made threes. Let me ask this question to the poll. Start a poll. What is JK's contract worth? Supermax 175 to 200, 150 to 175, below 150. Okay, y'all. So go ahead and comment. I mean, pick the poll. What is JK's contract worth? Below 150 million, 150 million to 175 million, 175 million to 200 million, or 200 million to Supermax. Would love to hear your thoughts. We got 1 vote. Sick. Let's try to get a couple more votes. Yeah, we're coming out of the timeout. On the court, they're showing Steph on the bench smiling. Obviously, AD, Steph, and LeBron all won gold medals together this summer. On the court, JK, Melton, TJD, Brandon Moody. So BP came in for Wiggins as Melton makes a corner three, fade away. Let's go. And they just got a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Warriors. Move their feet. Let's see. So 7 votes. Right now, winning is 200 to super max. BP cut. Moody cut down. Trayce Jackson-Davis top of key. Hand off to Moody. Moody finishes in the paint strong. Yes. Love to see it. And good response coming out of commercial break. What'd they do? 3-point in the corner. Delay a game. Shot clock violation. Moody layup. +5 right there. Let's go. Moody is coming out for Hield. So Moody got himself a good 7 minutes to start the second half. He's getting talked to by Stackhouse right now. Minutes per game, Moody. Freshman year, rookie year, 11.7. Sophomore, there was 13. Last year, 17. So again, I think Moody deserves. Oh, BP, what a cut. Wow. He just put his defender to shame. Easy layup. I think Moody's earned 21 to 25 minutes a game. Easy. I think it's self-explanatory. Second, brawny, etc. means you put a newborn human being below somebody else for his entire life. You would be inferior just because of the person's ego. LeBron says that he actually regrets naming Bronny. He wished it wasn't. So he may actually agree with what you said there. Men's ego is higher than. That's why we never see a second after a girl's name. Masked BP is dominating, baby. Looney and Gary are about to check in the game. Turnover by the Warriors. A brownie with the alley-oop dunk. Okay. Good move. Nice transition dunk by the Lakers. That got Steve Kerr up out of his seat. BP with the corner three. There we go. In front of the Lakers bench, too. Both teams about to do wholesale changes. Oh, buddy, wide open three. Yes, sir. Cha-ching. Let's go. He was almost too wide open. And that is going to create a timeout by JJ Redick. Warriors are up 87-56. Yes, folks. 66, 76, 86. Warriors up 31 points. Steph Curry out there smiling. And what does that say? Win percentage, 99.9%. The only way that this could be higher is the game being over. The only way this could be higher is the game being over. Okay, we can end the poll. 175 to 200, 200 to Supermax. Interesting. Below 150 for 2%. No one thinks 150 to 175, 8%. It's kind of in that range. All right, let's take a look at the box score very quickly. A lot of negatives out there in the plus minus as you would expect. Give credit to Bronny James, 13 points. Give credit to Oliveri, 22 points. Shooting the ball well from 3. Again, Warriors, Lakers are basically playing an 8-man bench, 8-man team today. So a lot of minutes for your second unit, your G League players. A lot of the names you see. Again, also the Warriors played overtime Lakers played in overtime last night, so it could be a reason why these players are getting sit out. Don't want to overexert this early. Draymond's day is done. I expect Waters to get in the game relatively soon, same as Santos. I have a feeling that Kuminga's night is getting close to being over. So is Wiggins' night, if it's not already over. Melton could be close to being done. So Payton, Moody, Podziemski, Anderson, Waters, Santos, and then late in that, they're up 31. So I would say maybe 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You're going to start to see Knox and Post, maybe Henson, Rowe come in the game. Again, great to see. Draymond had 5 assists, and those were all really early main first quarter assists. Hield with 4. 2 threes now after starting 1 3 now. Podziemski is 3 of 6 from 3, making some open ones. Wiggins, 2. Look overall. We're shooting 36% from 3. We've been averaging closer to 45% for the preseason, so a little bit below our norm. But 26 assists, which is crazy, to their 12. So that is the name of the game. Pass the ball and move. Don't stay stagnant. You're not having cement on your legs. Love to see it. JJ Redick, how do we think he's going to do as a first-year head coach? Straight from the booth, calling the NBA Finals, calling ESPN basketball, podcasting, everything, you name it, to the head coach of the Lakers, folks. How do you think he's going to do? Can he handle the limelight? Can he handle the media scrutiny that comes with being a Lakers coach? Can he develop these players? Can he coach up AD and LeBron? Or will they crash and burn? We're back in. BP. Dangerous pass to TJD. Kyle Anderson. Hield, corner 3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Warriors could win this game by 50. Now, BP with the steal. Overhead pass to save from out of bounds. Buddy with the quick transition 3. He checked it. He missed it. Wasn't close. This team is 1 star and 10 starters. Very unusual for modern standards. I agree. They really built a lot of depth on this team. Anderson, 3-corner. Yes. Here we go. Again, our second unit is going to outplay a lot of second units in this team. In this league, excuse me. The question is, early games, fourth quarter, when the stars are on the floor, when the first team's on the floor, do we have enough oomph, enough power? But I think if you look, we're going to really win those second quarters and late thirds because of how much depth we have on this team. This may be the new formula in this CBA. Obviously, it's just really kicking in. Teams are experiencing first cap issues, second cap issues. How do you get around it? Maybe the Warriors are ahead of the curve, and this new game is 1 star and just have a lot of solid players around. Steph is coaching up BP right now. Love to see it. BP, first team all-rookie last year. Also was on the Team USA select team, if you don't know what that means. He practiced with the Olympic team in Vegas before the team went overseas and they did their games in the Middle East and then London, and of course the Olympics in Paris. Him and Trayce Jackson-Davis made great impressions. One, the fact that Steve Kerr, as the coach, can bring them over. But two, it meant that they were practicing against Team USA every day for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was. LeBron, AD, Steph, Halliburton, Booker, Jason Tatum, etc., etc. That's great for Brandin. And he got rave reviews from Steph, Kerr, other players about his ability as a point guard on that select team. And that's why they have so much confidence. Yes, confidence in Brandin to be the backup point guard. And when Steph Curry is gone, that's why Joe Lacob is saying Brandin is our point guard of the future. Future, folks. Point guard of the future coming out of Santa Clara. Transfer. Looney at the line. Get to see his free throw shot. Made the first. Looney made both free throws. Great to see. Always joking, as my father used to say, thank God for pods. Tide Pods. Don't put them in your mouth. And BP just earned the offensive foul. Let's go. That's why he's got that mask on. Protect that self so you still can do what you do well. Let's see what he did. Playing good defense. Took a shoulder to the chest. Did he flop a bit? It seemed like a tough shoulder. Hard shoulder. Hield. Looney. Pods. Crossover into the lane. Warriors with good ball movement. Hield should have taken that ball up. Oh, and then BP got fouled by LeBron. Ooh, that's not good. He's under the scorer's table. He got pushed into the scorer's table. He looks to be okay, though, folks. Thankfully. Yeah, he took a shoulder straight into the scorer's table. Thankfully, he's okay. You go on the free throw line. BP's only 21, folks. Point guard of the future for the rest of the 2020s. I mean, he's only 21. 6 years from now, he'll be 27. Realistically, he could be a point guard to 2040, like Chris Paul, if it goes the way that the Warriors hope. Oh, what a pass by Anderson. That's why Kerr likes him, because he can play point forward like Draymond, bring the ball up on the fast break, find the man, found GP2 for the easy layup. Warriors are up 99-60. Again, Lakers are playing 8 players because they played an overtime game last night. They're playing their youngsters. Warriors are playing people who are proven veterans in this league. This should be happening, but it's great to see. Absolutely great to see. It should be happening, but it's great to see. We'll do a full stat overview in about, buddy, top of the 3, 40-point lead. We'll do full stat overview in 30 seconds when this quarter's over. We got 89 people watching right now. I appreciate y'all. Please comment your thoughts. Subscribe to Warriors Digest as the Warriors take a 42-point lead. Like, subscribe, Warriors Digest. We do this stuff all the time. We put out videos breaking down Warriors news. If you haven't seen the news on Moses Moody, go look at my latest video. We break down his contract negotiations with the Warriors. Mid-level exception, 13, 15 million. Potentially be signing by Monday. We break it down for you. Kuminga, news broke today. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow about that too. So if you want Warriors news daily, team, reports, stats, games, I got it for you. And go follow my personal channel, Randy Silver TV. If you want to see a bunch of sports interviews, sports reporting at games, wrestling, you name it, I got you. Okay, folks. Here we go. You ready to see these stats? Because they're not nice to the Lakers. If you're a Lakers fan, get out of the chat. We went in the halftime shooting 35% from three. Let me make this middle. 42%. Let's go. We both were tied. I think it was 5. So I'm pretty sure we made 6 threes that quarter. 6 times 3, 18 points off the threes. A lot of 18 points in one quarter on the low end. Whew, it's tough to beat. Turnovers, 10 to 17. The number for the Warriors is 15 or below. Usually we do well. This actually isn't good, though. When you look at the number of turnovers we had, we've gotten 7 more turnovers. But we've only scored 4 more points off of those turnovers. So even though we have an extra 7 possessions, we're not utilizing that to our ability. So we're scoring from our half-court offense, which is great. But Kerr is harping turnovers, get turnovers, create turnovers. Quick transition, make the three, get to the basket. Need to do more of it. If we look at the fast break points going quick, though, 18 plus right there. Points in the paint. This is not because we have a post man, a big man. This is just running up and down the floor. So the only concern is we just need to score a little bit more in the points off for turnovers, or vice versa. Hey, we've given up 10 turnovers. We've given up 18 points. So they're basically averaging a point. Almost, yeah. They're basically averaging a bucket on every turnover. That's a bit high. Largest lead. Ooh, 22 points. We look at the box score. This ain't going to be pretty to Laker fans. Again, look away. Podziemski is a plus 38. This is the NBA game. Yes, it's preseason. He's a plus 38 on the floor. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Everyone's a plus, as you would expect. Heald 4 of 8 from 3. Wiggins out of the game now is 2 of 4. Kuminga 1 of 4. So we're not doing it from the 3, really. If you look at the number of threes, again, we just talked about it. It's all 2s. It's us getting layups, easy baskets, assists. Kuminga 7-11 from the field. If you came in late, if you came in late, look at the starters. Curry did not play because he jammed his finger in pregame, just like he did a couple of games ago. Should be good for the regular season. The first game on Wednesday against Portland. Melton started. So you would think the starting 5 for the regular season, take out Melton, and you got Wiggins, Jackson-Davis, Kuminga, Green. So if Kuminga is playing the 3, Wiggins is the 2, he needs to be able to score. 17 points is great. We got Bob Myers interviewing Steph and Steve Kerr right now. Okay, I'm going to listen to this really quickly. 1 second. I'll relay it. All right, that's going to be fun for them. Okay, that was amazing to hear. I'll relay what they talked about. So Bob Myers, our old GM, of course. Right now it's Mike Dunleavy Jr. He was assistant GM. Bob Myers left. He has been working for ESPN, studio analyst, and calling games. He's calling this game with Mike Breen, the GOAT. So Bob Myers was, I'm going to take my, I guess you can look at this. Bob Myers was doing the interview with Steph Curry and Steve Kerr. And he said, hey, looks like your best coaching job ever, as a joke, because look at the score. Steve Kerr responded, well, the GM actually gave me players who are good this time, which is a jab. Pretty good jab. They all started laughing. Of course, it's all in good fun. They're still very good friends, all of them. Old family stuff. And then Steph walked away. And Bob was like, hey, so what are your thoughts? He's like, look, Steve Kerr said, look, obviously this isn't fair. They're not playing their starters. They're only playing 8 people. But this is what we need to do. The focus is there. This is a game we need to be winning, which we are, which is fantastic. Bob Myers asked, hey, Steve, anything you need from me? Anything on the broadcast? He said, no, I haven't needed anything from you in 2 years, which is, woo, another nice jab. They laughed and the interview ended. So great to see. Obviously, when you're up almost 50 points, you can laugh at stuff like this, have fun. If you look at this again, like look at the top. Lakers were outscored by 18 in the first, outscored by 8 in the second, outscored by 16 in the third. This just shows that they're very much overmatched. BP and TJD running the point. Oh, Brandon, got to go up with that. Oh, they put Wiggins back in. Okay, I thought Wiggins was done for the night. He hasn't played since early in the third quarter, which makes sense. He missed the first couple preseason games because of the flu. Try to get his legs more into him. He did say he came in the preseason in the best conditioning shape he could have been. His father passed away about a month or a little bit earlier than a month before preseason started. So rest in peace to Wiggins' father, Mitchell Wiggins. Excuse me, Mitchell Wiggins and the whole Wiggins family. We send our condolences. Anybody associated. So that must have been tough. Wiggins missed the past couple of years. There's always excused absences. We don't know why. Was it related to his father? We're not going to assume. But he seems focused this year. Came in the right mental shape, physical shape as well. Playing. Looks like he's enjoying himself on the court. Today, 4 of 9, 2 of 5, 3 rebounds, 13 points. Turns out Pods and Trayce is the best draft since 2011. I mean, if you look at 2021, you got Moody and Kuminga, both first-round picks, both about to probably get extensions at some point the next year. I don't think Kuminga is going to walk. I think the Warriors will pay him eventually. I think Moody will get his extension before the start of the season. AK, like it has to be done by Monday. No, I saw James Wiseman. Y'all remember him? I would say a month ago. I was working WWE NXT, and the Pacers were there. You may have seen on social media, Halliburton was in the ring with Trick Williams. The whole Pacers were in the crowd hanging out. And I'm 5'8". I'm not tall. I'm not crazy short. They towered. I mean, yes, NBA players are tall, but oh my word, they are so tall. It's a bummer it hasn't worked out with him. I wish him all the best. Hopefully he does well in Indy. It didn't work out in Detroit. Didn't work out here. But he's all of 7 foot. He's all of 7 foot. And he had a puffy hair. Made him taller. But he's tall. Even when you see Curry around. Obviously, I'm just trying to blow time right now. During the commercial break. When you see Curry around, he's 6'4". Like there was a video on social media of him at Costco towering over everybody. Basketball court, he looks small. He's tall for an average human being. Oh, you're seeing what's happening. And here we go. We're emptying the bench, folks. Spencer, Waters, and Santos are entering the game. So again, this just shows you Waters is your 14th, 13th guy. Same as Santos, 13th, 14th guy. Spencer's two-way player will go up and down. He's your third point guard. 1 is Steph. 2 is Brandon. Melton can be, I guess maybe Melton's your 3-point guard, 2.53. And then Pat Spencer is your backup to the backup to the backup. They're showing right now Curry getting his Clutch Player of the Year award. Well deserved. Obviously, this was before the Olympics. This was last season. But if you guys want to go see a video of my reaction to Curry hitting those 4 shots in the Olympic finals versus France, it's on the top of the channel. Or just type in like Olympics. I go crazy. We were doing a live stream. I was throwing pillows everywhere. It was wild. So I clipped those 4. It's like a 2-minute video. If you want to get a good laugh and watch me go crazy, it's worth the watch. The Warriors got Spencer, Santos, Anderson, and Waters on the floor with Moody. Yeah. Moody, Waters, Santos, airball by the Lakers. Anderson and Spencer. Spencer bringing it up. Now Anderson's bringing it up. I feel like Waters is about to get a couple threes. Santos, of course, was in the Olympics himself with Brazil. Played really well. Had a couple of big scoring games. Oh, Anderson missed an easy layup at the rim. It was great to see him do well. Again, he's surplus here on this team. I think he earned his spot on this team through the Olympics. He could have been a trade bargain, but proved he can be a very serviceable player. I think they're talking about Jerry West right now. Rest in peace to Jerry West. Obviously, Warriors legend. Dikembe Mutombo passed away. So the NBA family reeling a bit from some people getting hurt. Carl, hell nah. What are you speaking about? What's hell nah for?
What's your favorite? Fuck McDonald's.
They're in that commercial break again, folks. You guys have any questions, any comments? Again, if you're relatively new to the channel, we do breakdown on free cap hits, trade breakdowns, what they can do, what they can't do, things of this nature. We'll have a video coming about Kuminga contract situation. So we do a lot here. Try our best to keep you all updated on Golden State Warriors. We know there's a lot of channels out there. So I thank you for being a part of Warriors Digest. If you want to support me, support the Digest Media family. It means a lot to hit subscribe. We do these watch parties, put out videos multiple times a day. Anything Warriors related. Go back and look at previous videos. Got any suggestions for a video? I'm open to anything. Carl Campbell, hello, welcome. Lakers are really down 43. Yes, they are. But again, if you're relatively new and you haven't been paying attention, they're not playing any of their starters or any of their first basically 8 players. So I can go to the box score really quickly. You can see here that none of their players really who matter are playing. They're playing an 8-person team today. They're playing their G League players, their 2-way players. They played in Phoenix last night, and it was a overtime game. Dalton went off. I wonder if they have the stats here. No, they're not going to have it. He looks like a player. Drafted pretty late. First round, 17 pick. I think he's going to be a solid player. Him and Reeves, 1-2. Looks like the guy. He has a knee issue, but he balled out 35 points and won them that game. I think he had something like 21 straight points. But that's why the Lakers are down. Warriors are playing their players. This should be happening. If it wasn't, it would be an indictment on the Warriors. Tim, who is fighting for a roster spot? I think the roster is pretty set. If we look here, the training camp contracts, Hinson, Rowe, and Knox. Knox can't be a two-way player because he's been in the league for 5 years. Two-way players are 4 years and below. So he either has to be a full-time G League player or a full-time NBA player. He is not going to make this team. He hasn't played in this preseason really besides garbage time, super garbage time, showing that he's not one of the top 14. The reason why there are 15 spaces here, if you look at the first tax apron space, Warriors have $533,000 of apron space. You can't sign anybody for that. That's below the veteran minimum, anything of that nature. So they could have one more person on the main roster. They just don't have enough cap space to make it happen. So Hinson and Rowe will most likely go down to the Santa Cruz Warriors, the G League team. Spencer, Beekman, and Post will be staying two-way. And the 1 through 14 is pretty much what you're going to see on this team. If someone is dropped, maybe it's Santos, but Waters has earned his keep with his three-point performance this preseason. Everyone else has done really well. Tim, let me know if that answers your question, if you have any other questions. By the way, what's up with the number of games? Some teams play 6 games, some play 4. I think preseason games is based off of the actual team. They plan their preseason games themselves and book them. So the NBA doesn't mandate you or like make an 82-game schedule. You pick how many preseason games you want. They probably say minimum of like 3 or 4, max of like 7, 8, something like that. 6. That would be my assumption. Moody back in the game. Love to see it. Breathing a little bit heavy. Getting that conditioning in. Let's go. He's at the line right now. Made his first. One of the things I've always thought was crazy, and like, give me your thoughts about this as well. Baseball, players sit in the dugout. So yeah, you can hear the fans a bit, but you're really not connected to the fans unless you're like are walking on the field. Obviously, if you're in the outfield, you can have the line of sight with players, but you're not sitting next to them while they're not playing. American football, of course, you're nowhere near the players. You're up in the stands. They're sitting. Some stadiums now have it where they have fans near the field, like they're in that little section, but you're still not literally next to the players. Soccer, you're in the stands, same type of thing. Maybe there's field seats, but you're not really sitting next to the players. Basketball, you have a player on the bench, like LeBron's end of the bench. There's a fan literally who can go like this and touch LeBron's arm. Steph Curry right here, fan right there. Either side, especially like the coaching staff right next to them as the players. Like think of Toronto with Drake, especially right next to where you check in. They're right on top of you. So it's crazy that basketball is the sport where the fans are literally on top of the players when they're just sitting down on the bench not playing. Tell me if there's another sport where it's like that. It's not. And obviously, when on the playing, like near side, the fans are right there on the court. Sometimes you see players fall into them, which is great. I think that's why it endears fans, the basketball players, so much more, and they're so much more humanized. Football players, they're wearing a helmet. You don't know their face. Baseball players are wearing a hat. Sometimes it's hard to see who they are. Soccer players, pretty recognizable. American sports, you don't know soccer players. European sports, everyone knows everyone. Pat Spencer, dunk. Let's go. Basketball players, 5 people on the court. You see them a bunch. Pretty easy to know their face, or you see them on the bench. Warriors up 50 now. Warriors up 52. Is that right? Yeah. 48. Sheesh. Santos going to the line. 114 minus 68. 46. Eat Travel with Marco. Hello, Randy, watching from Qatar. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Nice to see you, Marco. Welcome. Warriors fans worldwide. We're happy to help you out. Glad to keep you connected to this family. Repeat. Randy, it's been a while since the last live. Yes, it has. I mean, the last live would have been probably free agency day. That was July-ish, end of June, July. Haven't had a lot of reason to. No, I mean, I did the summer league game 1 or 2. So yeah, it's been a while, but we're back. I'll schedule one for. Yes, I know I'm playing with scissors. They tell you don't play with scissors, folks. I fidget with my hands a lot. I'm going to schedule a live for Wednesday night. First Warriors home game. Excuse me. First Warriors regular game of the season. So put that on your calendars. I'm pretty sure it's a 10:30 p.m. tip-off. Carl, what's your opinion about Klay Thompson? Sad to see him go. Sad. He's a Warriors legend. He will have a jersey up in the rafters. He will have a statue outside of Chase Center, or he deserves one. Him, Draymond, and Steph all deserve one. He'll be a future NBA Hall of Famer. But it was time for him to leave the Warriors if Waters with the layup finger rule, if he did not accept a minimal rule. He wasn't going to get the money the Warriors that he wanted from the Warriors, or he felt he deserved. I mean, I hate to bring up that game against the Kings because everyone has a bad game, but in a playoff game, in a play-in game when it matters, he went 0-for. He lost his starting role with the Warriors last season. He had some good spurts here and there, but at this point in his career, yes, Waters with a dunk. Dude, when he's out there, he plays so well. There's just not enough minutes for him. But he's a bench player. I mean, look at this team in the preseason. They play so much better right now because they have more depth. They have more versatility. Yo, Quinten Post with the 3, top of the key. Everyone's making it, baby. Let's go. So, I wish him all the best. And I'm sorry, this is long-winded. I wish Klay Thompson all the best in Dallas. When he plays in Golden State, you know he's going to get a standing ovation. He's going to get a great video. He's going to get a great video from the team. I hope that he has success. I hope he doesn't win the finals in Dallas because that means the Warriors didn't. If he wins the finals in Dallas, I hope it means the Warriors did not lose to Dallas to make that happen. But I love Klay as a Californian my whole life. I grew up watching Klay when he was in high school. We grew up in the same area. Watched him at Washington State. Watched him his whole career. He's a class act individual. Does not get in trouble. A great human being. A great citizen. Did a lot for the Bay in terms of community and charity. His dog, Rocco, amazing. So Klay, all around, it's a great team. He's a great individual. Sometimes with a job in your life, professions, arcs happen where it's just the end of that arc. And it was a good move for both parties. So, Carl, let me know what you think about what I said, and feel free to rebuttal anywhere. Eat Travel with Marco. Been a long subs of yours. Like every opinion you share, keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that, if you're not sub, please subscribe. It means a lot. Continue to grow Warriors Digest. If you guys want news, again, my goal here is not to do hot takes. I am not a Stephen A. Smith guy. I appreciate what he has done for sports reporting in terms of growing the brand, but I don't like hot takes. I'm not going to sit there and rant. I report. I'm a sports reporter by trade. I'm going to report on the information and help make educated decisions based off of that. I'm not going to sit here and rant. I'm going to get super excited like when Lindy Waters, when he hit the game-winning 3, you're going to see that. But then we're going to break down stats. We're going to break down stuff like this. We're going to break down the salary cap, what they're doing, the trades, the ideas, who can come in. So if you want factual-based reporting and understanding stuff from Twitter, what you're seeing, what the team is doing, game stats, live stuff, this is where I live. I did change my name. It was Yes, No. I remember that repeat. Don't know if you remember me. I do. Yeah. I appreciate you coming back. Appreciate all 126 people on the feed right now. We're watching a great Warriors game where you're watching me talk about Warriors. As a sports reporter, I also do play-by-play a bunch. This is the worst type of game because it's not exciting. I just have to fill. If I was actually commentating on this game, this is where I'll actually show you guys something. So you may wonder, I'm going to make my screen big for a second. How do announcers know so much about players and teams? This is what we have to create. This is called a game board. This is for volleyball, a D2 volleyball game, Rollins College in Millersville. So I have to go through. I have all the players right here. Look up their hitting stats and defensive stats, player individual stats, career stats, game stats, past 5 games, single game. You got their schedule. You got team stats from previous games. You got the hitting percentages. You got coaches. So when a player comes in, like Quinten Post, I would be like, okay, Quinten Post, he's from Amsterdam, or he's from Netherlands. He played at Boston College, 4 years at Boston College. He shot 25% from 3, 13 rebounds a game. There was a 50-second pick. His mom is Dutch. His dad's American. So boom. So that's how, when you think, how does an announcer know all this information about teams? One, they have a producer feeding them information in game over stories that are happening in real time. But 2, real people do a bunch of this. So for every game that I call, whether it's soccer, basketball, lacrosse, softball, football, baseball, you name it, I spend about 6 to 10 hours creating stuff like that. So just giving you an idea of some of the stuff that goes into that you may not see from the production side. Moify East Bay watching from St. Louis. Go Dubs. Yes, sir. Go Dubs. Same Moify. Warriors up 72-125. Oh my God. They realistically may win this game by 60. Quinten Post is killing it. Absolutely killing it. This is why Quinten Post will be a good two-way player. This team has too much depth right now for him to play every game. Being in the G League and being the man in G League will help his confidence, help him grow, get in the weight room. Oh, Spencer with the steal. Let's go. Warriors up 130-74. Oh, Beekman tried to get the layup. Is that Beekman? Yeah. I think every Warriors player will have scored a point now. We'll do a full game recap when this is over, folks, so don't go anywhere. We'll go over box score summaries. And guess what? Hey, Beekman with the dunk. Warriors will now have gone 6-0 in preseason. I think I can safe to say, is this probability still 99%? Are they going to put 100%? Nope, they can't do 100% yet. But the probability has been 99% basically since the second quarter. Crazy. Oakville, just south of St. Louis City. My love, Dubs. Grew up in San Leandro. Okay, that's the end of the game. They're about to do an interview, so I'm going to listen to the interview really quick and relay it to you guys and girls. And then we'll do a full game recap. So 6-game win streak, 6-0 preseason, folks. Let's go. Fantastic. Let me mute myself for 1 second to listen to the interview. No interview, but Steph and LeBron dabbed each other up, which was great to see. Maybe some stuff will come out with Steve Kerr when we're done here. So if you're just joining, welcome to Warriors Digest. Appreciate you all being here. We do live streams for games and stuff, break down everything. Not a lot to break down here. Pretty self-explanatory. Warriors dominated. Why did they dominate? I mean, the Lakers played 8 people. They played yesterday. They played an overtime game in Phoenix. They weren't going to play their starters. Their starters really didn't play a crazy amount last night either. So this was expected. But M. Lewis was a minus 55. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. What matters, though, is let's focus on our team, the Warriors. Someone asked earlier, hey, what's going to happen with this roster? Rowe, Knox, and Hinson didn't get in. They're all on training camp contracts. So you know what that tells you? What does that tell you? They're not going to be making this team. Hinson and Rowe will probably go down to the G League team. Knox, if he wants G League, maybe they give it to him. Or maybe they let him go because they want youngsters in the G League they can grow with. And then Knox can find a regular season team. Minus 55 as well. Yeah. Are you going to live stream regular season games? Yes, sir. We're going to do a live stream for the first game of the season. Then thereafter, the big games for sure, we'll do stuff like this. Absolutely love it. The big thing, so you see Green with 2 points, but he had 5 assists really in that first quarter. He did not play the second half. Looked really good on defense. Was very active. Was leading the team as a point forward. Played great. Kuminga, he made 1 3. It was a contested 3, but he went 7 of 11 from the field. That's what we need. He started at the 3. Wiggins started at the 2. So if Wiggins is at the 3, if he's at that wing shooting guard position, he needs to score 17 points. Played fine. Curry did not play because he jammed his finger in pregame. The same finger he hurt a week ago. No need to push it. No need to push it. Melton got the start. Interesting was Melton, not Brandin. So I think this also proves that Brandin is going to be your backup point guard. That's his slot. Wiggins is getting his feet under him after being sick in this preseason. Did very well. Got some minutes throughout the game. Played the fourth quarter a bit. Trayce Jackson-Davis, starting center. Everyone did well as a starter. No complaints. Speaking of Brandin, look at this. He was a plus 39. That is wild. 16 points, 2 of 7 from 3. He made an open 3. He missed some 3s. He's got to be more efficient shooting his 3. Hield 4 of 8 from 3. And then you got, he was 6 of 15 from the field, though. What I like to see, though, is Brandon's taking those shots. He wore the mask, playing first game after breaking his nose. He looked fine. No issues. 18,000 fans watching a preseason game. Lakers Warriors, crazy. Rebounding, nothing crazy jumps out. Assist-wise, great to see Anderson with 5 assists, Hield with 4. If Hield can continue to do those assists, that will only open up him when he's doing the pick and pop shots. Post came in 2 of 2 from 3. He will not be playing. He'll be a two-way player, but it's great to see. Pods, great call out, Rio. 0 turnovers. Lakers are going to sign Caitlin Clark and waive Bronny James. Burn. Nothing else. Let me know if you see anything really stands out here. Turnovers, Hield with 4. That's got to diminish a bit. If we go to this team stats, we've been averaging 45% from 3. Today, 36%. 17 made. At halftime, we had 5. Warriors had 5. And then we made 8 in the second half. They made 2. Great. Good to see. Kerr wants us around 53s a game. Did not need to happen today because we were just killing their second G League team, slashing, easy buckets, getting around them, so no need. Free throw percentage, 85%. Great to see. 17 of 20 from the line. Give him a clap. That is needed. That is great. We look at our rebounding. Again, we don't have size, nor did they today. They out-rebounded us. Bit of a concern. Turnovers, my benchmark, you hear me say all the time, 15. And we had 13 turnovers. Points conceded off of turnovers, 36. Now, this got outrageous in the second half, especially that fourth quarter. It was much closer throughout the game, but they had 28 turnovers. So, again, you're playing G Leaguers. Steve Kerr had talked about that in his interview between third and fourth quarter. Dude, we're not playing a first team. We know it. We should be doing it. The focus is what matters. Points in the paint. We don't have a big man. 68 to 36. Massive for us. Absolutely massive. But again, it's not because we were posting up or winning those big man type of plays. It was just turnovers, fast breaks, getting on it. 34 fast break points. Largest lead, 58. 2 points away from 60. Sure, JJ Redick will not be happy about that. But this is a great win. If we look overall at this Warriors team again, I'm going to the bottom. Preseason started in Hawaii. Why did they go to Hawaii? Because this is a brand new team. They wanted to do like what do you call it? Summer camp. Let's get away from where we're used to, San Francisco, with new players, Melton, Hield, Anderson, Waters, the rookies. Let's bring our team together. And they had a great training camp in Hawaii, and they won against the Clippers. Lindy Waters game-winning 3. Go watch my reaction. It was crazy. Then you go to Sacramento, and then you play Sacramento. You win those games. A little bit closer. Maybe we should have lost, but you pulled them out. We saw the depth of our team. Pistons game, you should win. And then Lakers in Vegas, you win. And here. So you go 6-0 in preseason. The last time the Warriors won 5 preseason games, 2022. Championship. 2017. Championship. 2015. Championship. Yes, we almost lost to the Clippers, but we didn't. And that's what matters, is they pulled it through. So this team chemistry is off the chart. I've said this a couple times, is Draymond, punch, pool. That season was lost, that moment in training camp when that happened. The team chemistry was off. And you don't want to be around people that you don't like. And say it's personal life, work-life environment, you're not going to play well as a team. So the fact that we're 6-0, and look how much fun they're having together. When you win, it's fun. When you lose, it's not. So the question is, if we're not getting people together and we start losing games, people aren't playing the amount that they want because there's so much depth on this team, what's going to happen? That's what matters. Look at our first 5 games. At Portland should be a win. At Utah should be a win. Versus the Pelicans, twice, back-to-back nights, that's tough. I say you win 1 or 2 of those games. And then at the versus the Clippers should be a win too, especially without Kawhi. Warriors should easily go 4-1 in the first 5. I, again, have this right here. I'm going to do a full video about this in a couple days so we can go over this again and again. Broke down everything about win and loss, how they should do it. I have us going 4-1 in the first 5, ending 49-31. Yes, we're missing 2 games because they haven't made 2 games due to the NBA Cup. Depending if you make the semifinals or finals, they'll just schedule 2 more games. I'm not trying to get deep into it, but there's 2 more games left that have not been scheduled. What matters, though, is the Warriors are 6-0 in preseason. We look really good. The first October should be nice. And then when you go on the road, we have a big test to start November. At Houston, who should be better. Wizards should be a loss. The Celtics game is going to be massive. Last time we went to Boston, we got destroyed. And what happened this summer? Steve Kerr, the head coach of Team USA. Jason Tatum, Team USA player, did not play a lot. Got benched. Boston is going to be ruthless. Absolutely ruthless to us. That game is going to be wild. Cleveland is good. Thunder, first team in the West last year. And then you have the Mavericks. Klay Thompson coming back. NBA Cup game. Grizzlies back with Ja. This stretch from November 2nd to November 15th will tell us a lot about this team. And you can know at Warriors Digest, we're going to break it all down for you, keep you updated, live streams, everything in between. So let's stay together, folks. Subscribe, and I'll keep you updated on everything you need to know. Whew. It's been fun. It's been a fun preseason. If we go down the list of players, look at this team. Again, as I mentioned, Hinson, Rowe, you're going to probably go down the G League. Knox won't probably go to G League. I think he'll get cut, and he'll try to sign with an NBA team. If he doesn't, then he'll go G League, go play in Europe. Spencer, Beekman, and Post will stay as two-way players, and your 1 through 14 are where you're at. There's nobody on this first apron space who can come in because we don't have enough money. So I don't expect any roster movement. Moody, I put out a video today. Go take a look at it on this contract extension. They're talking about 13 to 15 million. Shams went on ESPN today and talked about Kuminga. That video I will have coming out tomorrow breaking it down. Is not close to his contract extension with the Warriors. The money's too far apart. We're going to break that down. Curry, you're starting 1. Wiggins will be starting at 2 or 3. Draymond starting at 4. Melton will be your backup 2, backup 1. GP2 will be coming in as your backup 1 or 2. Hield will be coming in as a 2, 6-man off the bench. I did a full video breaking this down. Kerr loves his scoring off the bench. Loves the fact that Buddy can come in and help give you those non-Curry minutes and give you real scoring. Anderson will be Dre's backup. Looney will be backing up Trayce Jackson-Davis. Kuminga, you're starting 3. Brandon is your backup point guard. Moody, hopefully he gets 25-ish minutes a game. He could be your 2, 3, or maybe even a 4 in the small ball lineup. Waters will only come in when they really need scoring, which sucks. He's proven he deserves more. Santos won't get playing time. So that is a pretty good breakdown of this team. Let me stop sharing my screen, go to the chat. Lakers are going this side. We said that. Kind of like how Anderson plays. Guy's super smart on and off the ball. That's why they call him slow-mo. He plays great, solid defense. He's not going to cost you the game. He may not win you the game, but he's the right place at the right time. He's a perfect Warriors player. I'm not going to jump the gun on championship stuff. I like how our team plays. I agree. No need to jump the gun on championship stuff. We're 6-0 in preseason. Did we play the best teams? No. Did we play teams who played their best players? No. But it's building blocks for this team. Something to be excited about as a fan base. Something to show what we have. And I think it shows that this shooting threes, wings, there's potential here. New coach in Terry Stotts. New coach in Jerry Stackhouse. Steve Kerr. We're seeing this build together. Anderson fixed his jump shot. Looks nice. Who's your top team in the West and top team in the East? Man, your spreadsheet is super professional. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love my spreadsheets. So let's just go to this really quickly. NBA standings. Let me share my screen. So if we look at teams, oops, wrong screen. Let me blow this up. Knicks obviously got better. Traded away Randall for Cat. They got Mikal Bridges. This team will be a top 2 in the East. Heat will probably be in that 6 to 8 range, depending how they perform. Jimmy Butler, his health. Celtics will be a top 2 team. So look at the Knicks and Celtics top 2. Pistons will be at the bottom. Bulls will be near the bottom. Raptors near the bottom. Sixers will depend on Embiid's health. We talked about this earlier in the stream about Embiid not playing back-to-backs. I think it's smart. If they make the playoffs and they have Maxey, George, and Embiid all healthy and roaring, they're going to be tough out no matter what seed they're in. So I think they're top 4. Pacers will be top 5. Wizards bottom. Hornets bottom. Magic top 5. Bucks with Doc Rivers at the helm for full season. Lillard and Giannis together. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be top 7, top 6. Again, it's health. Hawks, play-in. Nets, maybe play-in. Cleveland, top 8. Wizards, down in the bottom. They're going to be terrible. Jordan Poole, sorry, bro. If you look at the Warriors, only team to be undefeated in preseason. Again, that means nothing, but it also means something. Look at the Kings. They're 0-5. But it's because the Kings don't have any depth, it feels like. They're starting 5. Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, whoever they want their 5th to be. Then you have Malik Monk coming off the bench. They're going to be really good in the regular season when they're playing a bunch of minutes. Denver will be a top 3. Jamal Murray looks like he's back to his old self to a degree. Mavericks with Klay Thompson. They may start the season bad because Luka's been coming iffy, coming off that injury, but they should be there at the end. Pelicans with DeJounte Murray. I think it comes down to Zion's health, so they could be anywhere. Last year, they were at the top of the West, and they fell down. Lakers will be playing. Spurs will make it. Wolves will be a top 5 team still, I think. Suns will be in that 5 to 8 range. Memphis should be a lot better this year because Ja Morant is not suspended, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt. I hate wishing injuries. Utah won't make it. Portland won't make it. Houston will be in that play-in space. Clippers, I don't think they make it because Kawhi's hurt and they lost Paul George. OKC is a top 2 team again. So Warriors, again, I have Warriors. If you look at my schedule, they're a 49-win team, potentially 50 or 51. That puts you, based off of last year, as a top 5 team in the West. Now, they get to the finals. That's a different story because playoff basketball is all about half-court basketball. And we see the Warriors half-court basketball is very tough because what's our issue? We don't have size. Going against a Rudy Gobert, a Cat, who's obviously in the East now, Nikola Jokic, Nurkic, with the Suns. OKC, they have Hardenstein now. Spurs, if they somehow make the playoffs, they got Wemby. You got Chet with OKC. We just don't match up well against big players in a half-court playoff game. That's very tough for us. Very tough. I heard that TJG grew a couple inches. Is that true? I don't know. Trayce Jackson-Davis height. 6'9" is his official height. Dude, I wish I could grow a half inch still. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? If you've been on this live stream the past since almost 3 hours now, I appreciate y'all. Starting to get late. So again, if you're new, Warriors Digest, we do live streams. We break down Warriors news. I will have a video coming out about Kuminga's contract tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. I cannot walk on water. Chris Angel can, though. I like to drink water out of my Gatorade bottle. So the summation is Warriors 6-0 in preseason. We look good. It's just preseason. Don't get too high. But the team chemistry, fantastic. Our ability to pass, fantastic. Our ability to move, fantastic. Defense can tighten up a bit. That usually comes as the season goes on. But I really love our team chemistry. Andy, thank you for being here. Subscribe, and you'll see my channel much more. I appreciate that. Devon, appreciate you, Randy. I watch your videos every day after work. Devon, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Anything that you guys want from me, again, just comment. I read all the comments. The ones that aren't that are like engaging, I respond back to. And I love to read the comments. I love to hear your feedback, positive or negative. Someone commented a couple days ago, like, yo, from your first video like 8 months ago to now. Your pacing, the way you speak, the way you communicate, I see it differently, and I appreciate it. So I love everything that you guys provide me in the comments. Ravi, thank you for the compliment as well. Great night to be a Warrior fan. I'm going to say good night to everybody, or good morning wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for being with us. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest. Support me. Support the channel. Support Digest Media. And I will see you on the next video. And be on the lookout. First game is Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have a live stream for that. And we'll do this again. Appreciate everybody. Have a great day.